Hello friends, welcome to Namrata Mantra. We are on Hoysala Temple Trail and reach Arasikere Ishvara Temple in Hassan district. And this temple is very famous Hoysala era temple. Let us go and see around. Traveling in a five-star cab ahead from Davangere, we have reached Arasikere from Arasikere Channakeshava Temple. Many ancient temples were found at Arasikere, which were in damaged state and in ruins. What we see here is now called Chandramuleswara Temple or Ishvara Temple, and this is only remains what we see here. Temple is very beautifully built, dedicated to Lord Shiva. This is the earliest example of Hoysala architecture having rotating circular plan with domed mandapa and 16-point star shape. This circular dome on top of this open mandapa is the highlight of Hoysala architecture. The dome on top looks like inverted lotus to this mandapa. The temple features galaxy of artwork that portrays aspects of Saivism, Vaishnavism, Shaktism, and Vedic legends of Hinduism. Ishvara Temple is considered one of the most notable Hoysala temple and is highly regarded for its intricate design and detailed sculpture work. The Hoysalas were hereditary of Chalukyas and they declared themselves independent in 1000 CE. Hoysala architecture has an influence of Kalyani Chalukya architecture. The Hoysalas built the temple on raised platform called Jagti, but here Jagti is missing. The temple base called Pita or Adhisthana has a horizontal bands running all around. Six horizontal bands can be seen here, one on top of other. The wall is called Janga and decorated with diving figures. The wall of the temple displays 120 panels showcasing both male and female figures. The deities are carved out on the highly decorative and ornate pilasters projecting out from the walls, and they are centered between edifices or miniature towers forming a shikara and temple like design around each of them. The deities are carved out, showcasing their ornaments, clothes, crown, and all the weapons in their hand. Also, their assistants and the dasis or chamra ladies are also seen nearby. The Sikra design is very complicated and the pilasters top have many motifs and carvings. The pearl design tornas are hanging around and the pilaster top has many projections and shapes. This temple is said to be hybrid design and it is mixture of Bhumija and Dravida style of architecture. On the walls, the main panels have the deities carved on them. The projection form at corner because of a star design. There are other assistants and chamra ladies and dasis are seen. Sculptures on the wall. The craftsmanship of Hoysala artisan is seen on every inch of this temple, but sadly, the invaders have damaged most of the sculpture on the wall. Look at this main pillar on the wall and the design of pearls, beads, and malas hanging. Unbelievable craftsmanship of Hoysala artisans is seen here on the walls of this temple. Temple stands strong despite of many attacks and attempt to destroy the temple. You can see nothing is moved from place. Only they could mutilate some of the sculptures. The details on the huge or the extended portion of the roof shows mastery in engineering. The temple is considered Ekakuta temple. It has only one Sikra or Vimana on top, and the Sikra is the mixture of Bhumija and Dravida style of temple architecture. The Sikra or Vimana is five-story called Pangtalas. It is based on a rotating circular plan with two pelvis, bipedal equivalent, and stellite. Together, they compose the dramatic and charming symmetry of superstructure. The Sukhasini of the temple has Nandi on top. Also, there is Lord Shiva in the form of Nataraja, and many more deities are seen on the Shikara of this temple. Just imagine how it must be looking before it was damaged, destroyed by the invaders. Top of the Shikara has a Ghanta and Kalasha. Chandramuleswara Ishvara Temple dedicated to Lord Shiva, and you can see the Nandi and Shiva in the form of Shivlinga inside the Garbhagriha of the temple. The temple is very ornate. You can see the Dwarpalas there and these pillars of different design and size are seen here inside the closed mandapa. Lord Ganesha and goddess Chamundi is also seen inside the internal walls of enclosed mandapa, connecting passage to Garbhagriha, and the pillars are elegantly decorated. Complex design and carvings adorn them. The four supporting pillars of closed mandapa are round in shape but have lot of ornamental work on them, especially the garlands of pearl beads hanging. Was it possible using only chisel and hammer, or they had some advanced technology? Even you can see gear like thing there below. What do you see here? Old riveted junk ship or metallic dome joined in 16 equal parts using rivets? If your answer is yes, then you are wrong. This is actually a Navaranga sailing of Ishvara Temple at Arasikere, and these are actually stones. Look at this. This is a flower, and look at the petals of the flower. This is other complex design what you see there. It is very difficult to understand how they did it unless they had a technology to melt and bend the stones. And this is surrounded by more flowers. This is one more studded design, and these spikes hanging upside down. Do you think they are assembled or carved out of a single stone? This is the greatness of Hoysala artisans and our ancestors. What they carved out thousands of years back, we are not able to understand how they did it. Galaxy of artwork can be seen on the beams. It is said that there are stories from Hindu Purana and Mahabharata and musicians there. And this is a Egypt Indra Darbar. We don't know. Unbelievable iconography. We can see the elephant here. The rounded open mandapa is one more highly decorative structure of this temple, but now is under renovation, and you can see the it is supported by 21 pillars, and below kakasna all around elephants are taking the load. How elegant it must be looking when it was newly constructed thousands of years back. These pillars round
and plus so much of ornamentation is seen on them. And not to forget the ceiling below the round dome of open mandapa, though under repair, you can see how beautiful it looks. The pita or base of the parapet wall of this hall is decorated with miniature shikras, and below you can see the Bahar Vahakas or Lilliput like stout figure which is normally seen on the walls of the Chalukyan era temples. Top of the shikras, in between you can see many deities are also carved on them. Look like Hanumana, and also there are creepers, Kalasya, and other motifs carved on them. Sadly, the visitors have done lot of damage by inscribing on these pillars and the walls. The musicians, the floral design, pillars, and even bracket like figures, what we see in Belur or seen on the wall of this hall, and that is the reason saying if you are born in India and not visited these Hoysala temples, then you are wasted your precious life. There is much more to explore. There is another hall on right side of the temple with 24 late turn pillars. The hall has three garbhagruhas dedicated to Vireshwar, Bakeshwar, and Chamundeshwar, all a form of Shiva. This temple is less ornate, but there is a restoration work carried out on the temple. Up to 2018, the temple was in ruined state, which is restored now. Arasikere literally means Queen's Water Pond. Look around the surrounding and you can see the air of royalness here at Arasikere. The royal queen Uma Devi of Ballala too was born here. Many idols of God are kept behind, especially the Ganesha standing and sitting. They were honored while restoration of these temples. Many sculptures of Nag Devta or snake god is seen here. Many Virgadus or the stone inscription in Kannada are seen here, and they were unearthed during restoration of the temple. These are the vital link between ancient people and us. We must preserve it and not to damage the things by overwriting and inscribing on them. We have to preserve it for our future generation, which was left for us by our ancestors. Our incredible journey to this Chandramuleswara Temple at Arasikere is coming to an end, and we have to move on. Our next destination is Harnanhalli, which boasts of two Hoysala temple. One is Channakesava and other is Someswara. Thanks for watching.